Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we embark on a journey not across borders, but across centuries of tradition and landscapes of flavor. Wine is more than a drink. It is a dialogue between earth and humanity, a story told through soil, climate, and the hands that tend the vines. Each region carries its own voice. Some whisper with elegance, others sing with power, and still others sparkle with joy. We begin in the Old World, where history and heritage shape wines of timeless prestige. France, Italy, Spain, Germany, each with vineyards that have defined the very idea of greatness. Then we cross oceans to the New World, where innovation and boldness give rise to expressive wines from the United States, Australia, Chile, and New Zealand. Together, these regions form a tapestry of culture and taste, a living atlas of wine. France Bordeaux is the beating heart of French wine, a region where Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot blend into some of the most revered wines in history. Its left bank is famed for powerful, structured reds, while the right bank offers softer, more supple expressions. Bordeaux's diversity, from grand chateaux to humble estates, reflects centuries of tradition and innovation. Every bottle carries the imprint of gravelly soils, maritime breezes, and a culture that has elevated wine to art. In Burgundy, wine is not just produced, it is born from the soil. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay reign supreme here, expressing the nuances of each tiny vineyard or climate. Burgundy's reds are delicate yet profound, while its whites are luminous, layered, and mineral-driven. The Côte d'Or, divided into Côte de Nuit and Côte de Beaune, is a mosaic of terroirs, each producing wines that are studied, collected, and revered. Burgundy teaches us that greatness can come from subtlety. Champagne is the wine of celebration, but its soul lies in craftsmanship. From Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier, this northern region creates sparkling wines of elegance and precision. Beneath the bubbles lies chalky soil that imparts freshness and minerality. Whether from grand houses or small growers, Champagne is a testament to patience, with wines aged in cellars until they sing with complexity. It is both luxury and tradition, a symbol of joy across the world. Italy Tuscany is a land of rolling hills, medieval towns, and wines that embody rustic nobility. Chianti, with its bright Sangiovese character, speaks of everyday Italian life, while Brunello di Montalcino represents grandeur and longevity. The region's sun-drenched vineyards and cooling breezes from the Apennines create wines that balance fruit, acidity, and structure. Tuscany is both timeless and evolving, a place where tradition meets modern winemaking with grace. In Piedmont, Nebbiolo is king. Barolo and Barbaresco are wines of power and perfume, often described as tar and roses. These wines demand patience, evolving over decades into masterpieces of complexity. The foggy hills of Langhe shape Nebbiolo's tannic grip and haunting aromatics. Piedmont also offers treasures like Barbera and Dolcetto, but it is Barolo and Barbaresco that stand as Italy's crown jewels, rivaling the greatest wines of the world. Veneto is a region of contrasts, producing both joyful and profound wines. Prosecco, with its lively bubbles and approachable charm, has become a global symbol of Italian conviviality. Yet Veneto also gives us Amarone, a wine of immense depth made from dried grapes, rich with dark fruit and spice. This duality, light-hearted, sparkling, and powerful reds, captures the spirit of Veneto, a region that embraces both tradition and innovation. Spain Rioja is Spain's most famous wine region, where Tempranillo blends create wines of elegance and longevity. The region's classification system, Crianza, Reserva, Gran Reserva, reflects its devotion to aging, with oak imparting vanilla and spice. Rioja's diversity spans fresh, fruit-driven styles to complex, mature wines that rival the classics of France and Italy. It is a region where tradition and modernity coexist, producing wines that speak of both heritage and innovation. Ribera del Duero lies along the Duero River, producing powerful reds dominated by Tempranillo, locally called Tinto Fino. The high altitude and extreme climate, Hot days, cold nights create wines of intensity and balance. Ribera's wines are bold, structured, and deeply colored, often aged in oak for added complexity. This region has risen to global fame, rivaling Rioja, and is now considered one of Spain's most dynamic and prestigious wine areas. Priorat, in Catalonia, is a land of rugged beauty, with steep vineyards planted on slate soils known as licorella. Garnacha and Cariñena dominate, producing wines of immense concentration and minerality. Priorat's wines are powerful yet refined, with a distinctive character born from its harsh terrain. Once nearly forgotten, the region has been revived and now stands as one of Spain's most prestigious appellations, celebrated for its intensity and uniqueness. Germany's Mosel and Rheingau regions are synonymous with Riesling, a grape that finds its purest voice here. The Mosel's steep, slate-covered slopes produce wines of crystalline delicacy with piercing acidity and low alcohol, often kissed with sweetness. Rheingau, broader and more structured, offers Rieslings of power and longevity. Together, these regions showcase Riesling's versatility, from bone-dry to lusciously sweet, always with precision and minerality. They are the guardians of one of the world's most noble grapes. United States, Napa Valley is America's wine icon, famed for Cabernet Sauvignon that rivals Bordeaux in power and prestige. Its diverse microclimates and soils allow for a range of styles, but it is the cult wines like Screaming Eagle that have captured global attention. Napa's wines are bold, opulent, and age-worthy, reflecting both innovation and ambition. It is a region that has defined American wine on the world stage. Sonoma offers a counterpoint to Napa with a focus on diversity and balance. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay thrive here, particularly in cooler areas like Russian River Valley. Sonoma's wines are often more restrained, emphasizing elegance and terroir expression. With its varied landscapes and commitment to sustainability, Sonoma has become a leader in producing wines that combine quality with authenticity. Oregon, particularly the Willamette Valley, has become synonymous with Pinot Noir. The cool climate and volcanic soils produce wines of finesse, with bright acidity and delicate aromatics. Oregon's winemakers emphasize artisanal practices, crafting wines that reflect the land's purity. Though young compared to Old World regions, Oregon has earned global respect for its Pinot Noir, often compared to Burgundy for its elegance and nuance. Chile Maipo Valley is Chile's historic cradle of wine, often called the Bordeaux of South America. Nestled near Santiago, its Mediterranean climate and alluvial soils produce Cabernet Sauvignon of remarkable structure and elegance. These wines balance ripe fruit with herbal notes, often showing mint and eucalyptus from the cooling Andes breezes. Maipo's reds are powerful yet refined, making the valley the benchmark for Chilean viticulture and the birthplace of its global reputation. Colchagua Valley lies further south, a region celebrated for its bold reds, particularly Carmenere, Syrah, and Malbec. Warm days and cool nights create wines of richness and balance with deep color and velvety texture. Colchagua has become Chile's modern star, producing wines that rival global icons while remaining approachable. Its rolling hills and diverse terroirs allow for experimentation, making it a symbol of Chile's innovative spirit. Casablanca Valley, closer to the Pacific Ocean, is Chile's cool climate jewel. Morning fogs and ocean breezes shape Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay of vibrant freshness, marked by citrus, tropical fruit, and piercing acidity. Pinot Noir also thrives here, producing delicate, aromatic wines. Casablanca represents Chile's versatility, proving that the country excels not only in powerful reds but also in crisp, expressive whites that capture coastal purity. Australia Barossa Valley is the powerhouse of Australian wine, renowned for Shiraz of immense richness and depth. The warm climate produces wines that are bold, fruit-forward, and often layered with spice and chocolate notes. Barossa's old vines, some dating back to the 19th century, add concentration and complexity. It is a region that embodies Australia's confident, expressive style. Neighbouring Eden Valley offers a cooler contrast, producing Shiraz of elegance and Riesling of crystalline purity. The higher altitude and cooler nights preserve acidity, creating wines with freshness and longevity. Eden's Rieslings are particularly celebrated, known for their precision and age-worthiness. Together with Barossa, Eden showcases the diversity of South Australia's wine landscape. New Zealand Marlborough is New Zealand's flagship region, renowned for Sauvignon Blanc that bursts with tropical fruit, citrus, and grassy vibrancy. The cool climate and long sunshine hours create wines of piercing acidity and unmistakable character. Marlborough's Sauvignon Blanc has become a global phenomenon, defining the style for the grape worldwide. Beyond Sauvignon, the region also produces expressive Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, but it is the Sauvignon Blanc that sings most loudly of Marlborough's identity. Central Otago, at the southern tip of the country, is the world's southernmost wine region. Its dramatic landscapes of mountains and lakes shape Pinot Noir of extraordinary vibrancy and finesse. These wines are bright, fruit-driven and aromatic, often showing cherry, plum and spice with a silky texture. Central Otago has quickly risen to global fame, rivaling Burgundy in elegance, and is now considered one of the most exciting Pinot Noir regions in the world. Hawke's Bay on the North Island is New Zealand's oldest wine region and a leader in red blends. Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot and Syrah thrive here, producing wines of structure and depth. The Gimblett Gravels subregion, with its stony soils, is particularly celebrated for Syrah, yielding wines of peppery spice and elegance. Hawke's Bay balances tradition with innovation, offering reds of distinction alongside Chardonnay and other whites, making it a cornerstone of New Zealand's wine identity. To speak of wine regions is to speak of humanity's dialogue with the earth. From the historic vineyards of Europe to the bold landscapes of the New World, each region offers not just flavor, but a story of soil, climate, tradition, and vision. To taste these wines is to journey across cultures and centuries, a voyage poured into the glass.